For all intents and purposes, most people tend to think that Speed Duels is a dead format, and honestly, I can't blame them. For the most part, Konami's never really shown all that much love to Speed Duels, and it kinda just neglected it for a very long time. However, I want to go ahead and change that. I want to go ahead and present a brand new way to enjoy Speed Duels by presenting the brand new Speed Duels Progression Series. Taking inspiration from Zemo's iconic Progression Series, every week me and my good friend Big Bear 2000 will open up 36 packs of my very own custom-made Speed Duel packs to try and power up our decks. At the end of each episode, me and him will have a best of 3 match to decide the winner of each episode. I hope you're excited because this is the Speed Duels Progression Series. What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Speed Duel Progression Series. And man, I just gotta say, last episode was one hell of an episode just because both me and Bear gave it our best, but you know what it is. Your boy came out on top, and I'm so happy about it because we got to pilot one of my personal favorite Speed Duel decks in the Neospatians. And man, it's just crazy to think that we are so close to the end of the series. So in today's episode, we're going to be going into Battle City Finals with the custom set Battle City Friendships. For the most part, it's going to be a very interesting set to see what exactly both me and Bear come out on top with. And honestly, there's quite a bit that I'd like to get out of this, and genuinely, I don't think there's a bad opening I can get today, just because in every set of rarities, there is something that I would like to go ahead and pull. So with that being said, let's hop on over to yugioh Pro and take a look at today's set. Okay then, guys, so here we have Battle City Friendships, the custom set, and as I mentioned, there's a lot of great stuff everywhere. So let's go and begin with the higher rarity stuff. So the two staples that both Amir and Bear are going to be fiending for are going to be both Monster Reborn and Quaking Mirror Force. I don't feel like there's much I need to say about both these cards. These are two incredibly powerful staples that both me and Bear would absolutely love to get our hands on. And genuinely, if Bear pulls one of these two cards, I would be like in awe if he chose not to play one of them. Seeing the way he did last episode, it would be crazy if he got both of them. Moving on to the ultra rares now, there is just so much good stuff going on here as well. So let's go begin with some of the support for Mai. Mai gets quite a bit here. She gets cards like Hysteric Sign and Amazon Onslaught as support for both her Amazonas and her Harpy monsters. But additionally, a card like Amazonas Call is crucial. Well, not crucial, but very, very useful for the Amazonas strategy. And not to mention, there is some really good skill stats she also ends up getting that I hope Bear ends up covering. But as for other character support cards, we have the Arcana Triumph Joker, which is not a half bad boss monster for Yugi and his Face Knight archetype. We of course have Magic Karibo, the pretty much successor of the Sphere Karibo, but in different ways. This card is going to be incredibly annoying to deal with. We also have some really good generic cards in the Witch of the Black Forest and the Penguin Soldier, two incredibly powerful cards that, man, are going to be really annoying to deal with. Honestly, if we can get any ultra rare, I'll be happy with them. I'm not gonna lie. Lastly, we have the card Stolen Luna, Swords of Revealing Light, and finally Enemy Controller. All three of these are incredibly powerful spell cards that I would be absolutely elated to add to my collection. Moving on to the super rare section, and we start getting into some more niche options here. We have some, of course, incredibly powerful cards like the Amazonas Princess and the Harpy Channeler as two incredibly powerful staples for both the Amazonas / the Harpy strategy. In addition, we also have the Harpy's Pet Dragon, which is really good for Harpy specifically. So definitely a card that I would like to go ahead and pick up a copy of as well. Other notable cards to mention here include the likes of Melody of Awakening Dragons, we have the Joker's Knight, and also the Imperial Bower. All three of these cards are really, really powerful cards for their dedicated strategy. Aside from that, we have generic cards like DD Warrior and Fissure, two just really good staples, and this is particularly good for me just because I have so many Rhodas. Fissure, of course, just being really easy removal of a monster, so that's pretty nice. Moving on to the rares, and this is where we get a lot of the reprints that both me and Bear would like to pick up a copy of at least. Notable ones are of course Breaker the Magical Warrior and Exile Force, two very incredibly powerful cards, Breaker being one of the most dominant cards in Speed Duels, at least in its early history, but Exile being another really powerful card that saw a lot of play in GOAT format, and additionally it can be really, really useful in our format as well. Other cards to mention here include the likes of Warrior of Atlantis, Shrink, what else do we have here? Shield Crush. We also have Harpy's Queen, Harpy's Hunting Ground, Jinzo. Like, there's just so many great cards here that are gonna make a lot more available strategies become actually like viable moving forward. So I'm really excited to see what else we can get out of here. Finally, we have the comments section. We have a lot of great stuff in here as well. The cards like Union Scramble come to mind in order to make Union actually playable, and I wouldn't be opposed to building this if it was like, depending on how well we do with the opening. Again, there's cards like Red Eyes Baby Dragon along the Metal Dragon in order to make our Red Eyes Darkness strategy work better. So something I would consider playing. We have the Terra King Salmon in order to make the legendary Ocean deck work. We have the Gale for the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Again, there's just a lot of great stuff here made available that I'm just super excited to get into. But with all that being said, I'm super excited for today's opening, and you know what? Let's just get into it.
Alrighty then. Okay. So Cloudian not good, right? Cloudian not good, not great. That's fine. That's okay. To be fair, we didn't build the deck right. Cloudian might actually have a shot. You just need to know how to play it. And obviously, after 3 tries, I still cannot do that. So we'll ignore that for now. And we're going to go ahead and get into Battle City Friendships. This is the second to last episode of the first season. We are going to be doing a second season. We are excited about it because we're going to be doing a lot of key changes that we think would make it better, a lot less high rolly probably, and allow us to play a couple other strategies that may have not been available to us because of some of the rarities and everything like that. We're not going to make it constructed. We're never going to do that, which gives us, you know, a little bit of leniency to go into a worse version of a deck that was, you know, really good at the time, or a strategy that's not as good at full power and consistency. That's what we're trying to aim for. We'll see if we get that done. But Topsy's going to be going over a lot of these cards in here. We're actually going to be changing and adding in a few between this pack and the next pack to see if we can get like a couple new cool strategies that we want maybe to play and everything. So we're doing a little early and everything, but we do have some good things in here that I'm excited about. Namely, what I am personally looking for is going to be B, minus the voice crack there. Lord of D is one. We're going to be looking to get some of the Harpy stuff. We do have a fair bit of it, but somewhere that would be cool. Obelisk is actually a solid card to pick up as well. Some Machinas would be awesome. Maybe some of the fusions for the XYZ strategy would be awesome as well. Breaker would be amazing, as well as Amazoness Queen for the Amazoness deck, but that is enough of the cards because sure Topsy's going to go over a lot of those. Let's get into some of these skills. So the first one, we have Even the Odds. Not evenly matched. No. During your main phase, you can add 1 card from your deck to your hand, then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. This skill can be used once per duel. Basically, a mulligan. Your opponent has to control 3 cards, so it's like a good skill for sure, but it's not like fantastic. We have cards that do similar things, probably a little bit better, that were released prior. Apply the following skills. You take no battle damage during your turn. So that's good to counter burn strategies and such like that. Once per turn during your end phase, if your opponent activated a card or effect this turn, draw one card. So this is like actually a nice little side piece that you can slide in if your opponent is playing something that's quite interactive, interrupting, like a lot of traps, a lot of quick effects and everything. I mean, it's not modern or anything. This would be pretty good in modern. Not even really, but it would be like okay at least. But if our opponent is playing something that is very interactive, we can side this in and then put it in for the other duels, especially if our skill's not really something that is like key for our strategy, and we get a little bonus for it, so it's not bad. And then next we have Harpy's Kaleidoscope. Effect. Harpy Lady Sisters, monsters you control, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's monster or trap effects. That's pretty good. Once per turn during your main phase, you can place 2 winged beast monsters from your graveyard on the bottom of the deck in any order, then target 1 monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Not bad, especially if we're able to spam out wind monsters like crazy. Okay, Ever Faithful Companions. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon 1 Dark Magician or 1 Dark Magician Girl from your hand. That sucks. If it was from deck, that'd be pretty good. Once per duel, while you control a monster whose original name is Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, you can add 1 Dark Magician or 1 card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. Okay. Once per duel. That's not bad. It's like, okay. Dark Magician's a pretty big bungus kind of card. If we get the Magic Rebo from the set that we're going to be opening up today, And we have the dark magic curtains, and we have like the destroy all spell traps and everything like that. Honestly, it's not the worst thing you could do. There's probably better decks, but it's honestly like the magic, if you get the magic Haribo, especially at multiple copies, can be quite good. Can be quite good indeed. Okay, next we have Tribal Unity. Harpy monsters are also treated as Amazoness monsters and vice versa. That's funny they put that on the card. While they're on the field or graveyard. Once per duel, you can discard one monster to make a Harpy or Amazoness monster you control gain attack equal to the level of the discarded monsters. So if you're playing a high level monster, you can make it gain, say like if you had an 8-star or something like that, make it gain 1,600. That's pretty good. And then I'm sure like this first part is probably the key part that you're looking to do for the equip and the I don't know, I think the other skill might be better. I'm not too sure. But I'm sure that if this would apply for maybe the other skill, which is weird. I mean, if they made the other skill and had this first text, then maybe that would be good. I'm not too sure. Next, we have Battle City Slugger. All warrior monsters you control gain 100 attack for each warrior monster you control. So that DD Warrior Lady is going to 1,600, I believe. Once per turn during your main phase, you can activate one of these skills. Reveal one Guildford the Lightning, Insect Queen, or Jinzo, or Legendary Fisherman in your hand. Place it on the bottom of the deck, then draw a card. Mulligan, essentially. Once per duel, discard one card, then add one Guildford the Lightning from your deck to your hand. Then you contribute to one warrior monster in addition to your normal summon set. So if you're building a warrior strategy, especially if you're focusing on the Guildford the Lightning, which is a 2 tribute, if I'm not mistaken, this can be not bad. It can be pretty okay, I would say. When a level 10 monster with question attack is normal summoned to your field, each player can draw until they have 6 cards in their hand. Once per turn during your main phase, you can activate one of these skills. Reveal one Slifer the Sky Dragon in your hand, place it on the bottom of the deck, then draw a card. Once per duel, discard one card, then add one Slifer Dragon from your deck to your hand. So if you're building like a Slifer deck, this is the way to do it, obviously. I mean, it's like either a mulligan or a searcher for it. So that's essentially what you are looking for in a strategy like this, especially in like an extra card. That's pretty much all you can kind of ask for. It's going to be, then you could do the rest of the deck just focusing on getting the guy out, because that's not going to be easy as well. Not bad, because drawing 6 is pretty good. Your opponent draws 6 too, which isn't great, but hey, you know. Potato, share the pain, whatever you want to say. All right, Topsy said he updated the packs, so we're going to go ahead and open up 36 of the Battle City Finals, whatever. All right, let's get it. Oh, it's loading slow. Okay, we're getting some more Monarchs. That's cool. Machina Gear Frame is awesome as well. Harpy Channeler in the super rare slot is cool for the Harpy deck. We have the Armed Dragon level 10 if we want to go into the Armed Dragon deck. So there's that too. Nightmare Penguin isn't a bad card at all either. Red Eyes Baby Dragon, that's a good one to see. Arcanine Joker, that's another target potentially for the Waking the Dragon. We already have a playset of Amazon Swordwoman, so we don't really need that. Maybe Magician's Valkyria might do something, or Death's Feral Limp.
Alright then guys, so here we are. Let's go ahead and do 36 packs of Battle City Friendships, and as I mentioned, I'm so excited for this. There's just so much that I would love to play out of this set, and it's such a shame that we only get one episode of this. Okay, so pack number 1, what do we have going on here? So Blue Flame Swordsman is not bad, especially if I want to play the Battle City Slugger skill, so that could be kind of interesting. We have a copy of King's Knight here. We have, let's see, Gilfrey the Red Eyes Iron Knight, another great card here, especially we pair it up with the other Red Eyes monsters. Gilfrey, I wish they had made a skill for this card, but unfortunately, there's just no skill. Amazoness Swordswoman, it's a card that's been evading me forever, and definitely a really good card for the Amazoness strategy. And Magical Arm Shield, it's cute, but it's not that good. Okay, ooh, this is a pretty good pack right here. So not only do we get our second copy of King's Knight now, but we also get our first copy of Queen's Knight. Ideally, I would love to have a playset of each of the suits, just so I can have the most amount of flexibility whenever I'm building the deck, if I do get a chance to play it. Additionally, we do have an Amazoness Queen here, which is really nice for the Amazoness strategy. We have our first copy of Terror King Salmon, really good card, especially for the Bountiful Ocean skill. So really happy to see that. That's our second copy of Bloom Flame Swordsman, and that's our second Union piece. So we have X and now we have Y. So yeah, quite a bit being made available for us right now.
Jinzo, so we got a Jinzo in there as well. That's nice to see. We have an Amazoness Princess. That's an Amazoness card I don't think we had before if we wanted to go into Amazoness, and that is a place of the Terror King Salmon, so that's awesome as well. Now we have 2 Jinzo. Would have liked to see something else in the rare slot, but that's fine.
Oh, very, very nice. Okay, so that's our first copy of Black Metal Dragon. I'm very happy to see this card. This card is such an incredible monster, especially for any red ice based strategy. So happy to see this. Oh my goodness. Okay, man, what a pack this is. Okay, so we have the Arcana Triumph Joker, which is making me consider maybe we should take a look at the Face Knight archetype. Not only do we already have a Slifer in the deck, we have multiple of the suits. So that's good at least, and I think they're all common as well, so that should not be a problem to pick up. We picked up a Thunder Speed Summon, and now we have her. The only thing that we need in particular for that deck is like a Joker's Knight or like a Bowers Knight, and as long as we get one of them, I feel like we'll be okay. So I'm happy to see that, and let's see if we can continue getting lucky, because that might be the direction we take in today's episode.
Loop of Destruction. Not the worst card ever. It would have been good in Cloudian, honestly. Well, now we got two of them. But yeah, it would have been okay in Cloudian. Would have been all right, because we could destroy a monster pot there. It's like a continuous Michizure, which is cool. We have Shrink, which is a nice little battle trap.
Okay, so we picked up another holo here in Fairy Box. Honestly, Fairy Box isn't really my style of holo. It's a cool one to have, but I don't think I'm going to be playing any very stall variant strategy in order to make good use of it. But it's cool to see nevertheless. Honestly, the card that I'm more excited to see there is the Blast with Chain, just because it's a really nice trap card, especially when you pair it up with the Geofree monsters. So happy to see that. We've completed our playset of the Baby Dragons already, and that's another Amazon Swordswoman, so I'm not mad at that whatsoever.
DD Warrior is another nice card. I don't know if we had Gearfrieds, but now we do, so that's cool. I believe Fire Sorcerer is a burn card. Don't know if we're going to be able to do anything with that. Union Hanger, that's nice to see. So we have two of those now. We just need to get the pieces for it, and then we can actually build something kind of cool with that.
Oh, okay, that's our first copy of Harpy Queen. Huh. Harpies is not bad. Honestly, I wouldn't be against playing Harpies, but I feel like I need more for the deck. I feel like I need like hopefully like a Channeler would be nice. The what's it called, Hysteric Sign would be another one that would make me lean towards that deck. And only having one queen so far is it's not really convincing me of anything, so we'll keep an eye out for it. But right now it's looking like we're playing with the suits.
Arcana Triumph Joker is the end-all be-all for that deck that I was talking about previously. Shield Crush is a card as well we're getting access to. Yeah, Fish Depth Charge, tribute Fish type, destroy a target if you draw a card. Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, wow. Okay, Swords of Revealing Light. Now, this is actually a really interesting card to consider right now, just because Swords is such a powerful and annoying back row card that forces you to have to deal with it, or just allow your opponent to have multiple turns to set up their place. And this is one of the missing pieces that I would consider for the suit archetype, just for the very fact that if you aren't able to get one of your play starters in the Joker or the Bowers Knight, having swords there available to you makes it very, very convenient to go ahead and set up the play. So really happy to see that as well. Okay, not bad so far, not bad at all. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if we get anything else nice. Okay, well, I spoke a little too soon. Literally the next pack over, and that is a Quaking Mirror Force. Holy hell. Not only that, but we also have the Black Metal Dragon there as well. So, oh, wow. Oh, bear, buddy. Quaking and Swords. Good luck. Oh my... There's just no way we pick up another Quaking Mirror Force. Oh my god. That is just so unfair. I don't think you're gonna have enough back row removal for the amount of crazy shit I'm gonna be playing in my back row. God damn.
We're not pulling as crazy as we did last episode, like at all, but that's fine. Witch of the Black Forest is actually a pretty solid card. I don't mind that at all. We're getting our X and XYZ stuff going on here, so that's cool as well.
Oh my god. Pack afterwards we get Amazon's Onslaught, and damn it, this is gonna make it so difficult now for me, because Onslaught is such an incredibly powerful card for the Amazon's deck, and we already have a lot of really good pieces for that strategy, and adding Onslaught on top of that That's kind of like diabolical, I'm not gonna lie.
Exiled Force. Okay, that one I like to see. We do have access to 2 Rhoda now for the Exiled if we're playing a warrior-based strategy, and Exiled is a pretty solid card, as well as useful in our Giant Rat toolbox, which we can use for the Grand Mole and etc. The only thing that sucks though is that we would basically need to summon it if they beat over multiple of our giant rats. We go into the Exiled on our turn, and hopefully they don't have an out to it, and we pop a card that way.
Oh my, okay. 3 packs back to back, and it's been incredible. Quaking, Onslaught, and now Witch of the Black Forest. That's insane. I'm gonna have to double check on the stat lines for the Joker's Knight and the Imperial Bower, because if they are searchable of Witch of the Black Forest, that's gonna be insane, and it's gonna make our deck so much more consistent.
Breaker, there's our first breaker finally. We did get the Secret Rare Monster Reborn. That's going in any and every deck that we have going forward. This is gonna be a great card. If we could pull multiple of it, that would be even more awesome, because it's any graveyard. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, okay. Well, this went from being one of the worst to one of the weirdest openings. I don't think anything in this I want to make it fair. I don't think anything in this pack could be bad necessarily, because we're just reinforcing some older decks with some of the lower rarity stuff and everything. But 2 Monster Reborn, that is kind of crazy.
Ooh, okay. Happy to see this. Warrior of Atlantis, definitely one of those cards that I would have loved to have seen a playset of. Unfortunately, we only have 1 right now. Hopefully we can pick up a few more, just because they're kind of needed. Oh, how do I do it? Monster Reborn, right there in the flesh. Holy shit, that's a good card. That's a really good card. Oh god, dude, the hollows are insane right now. Whatever we do, we're gonna have to come up something diabolical for Bear. There's just no way we can't. Oh, I am so excited. Oh my god,
dude. And we got the Magic Karibo. Okay, so Dark Magician kind of might be on the table. I think we have 3 of it. I mean, it was a common at one point. I would be upset if we didn't. Makiura, that's something we can do as well with like a trap-based deck, but at 1 copy, I'm not too sure.
God damn, that's our first copy of Iron Dragon level 10 white. Well, that goes out of the question of us playing today. This is one of those really strong strategies that I've been noticing people playing a lot, and it's we're not even gonna entertain it. Cool card nevertheless. Oh, what do you know? That's a playset of Warrior of Atlantis now. Okay, so the Field Spell Searchers have been pretty decent so far. So we got the 3 here, we have 2 queens. That's honestly good ratios for these cards. We've only gotten the 1 queen so far, so that kind of sucks. That kind of makes Amazonas a bit tricky to play. But yeah, okay. We're getting really close to the end now.
Okay, Argoth the Relentless, roll a dice. This would be good with like that die strategy, but as a one of, again, I'm going to keep saying, oh, there's another Iron Dragon level 10. We do have 1 of those. Honestly, I would love to see 3 personally, but we will see. Okay, so we don't have 3 of it. We did get Magical Arm Shield though, which isn't bad either. Yeah, it's like a nice little trick card. Does it require your opponent to have 2 cards? Yes, it requires them to have 2 cards. So like if we're going into Gaia against that wouldn't be amazing, but we definitely got some stuff cooking here. The 1 Magic Karibo is unfortunate, but it is not the worst thing in the world. And I don't think we have Mystic Tomatoes until the last episode. So what I'm thinking is we can build a deck next episode that has Mystic Tomato into Witch into the Magic Karibo. And then we can do some Dark Toolbox stuff. Or that's just a way for us to get the Magic Karibo in our hand. That's where you want to see it. You would want this to be at least a 2 of in the deck, because it's not that bad. There's some stuff that we can do with that. I think I'm pretty excited for this. This is pretty cool. I might try to do the Iron Dragon deck. There is a deck that does utilize that, so maybe we were able to do that. And we also did skip over the anti-magic arrows. Basically, this is like what you would want in Gaia. But yeah, 2 Monster Reborn is the name and game of the show. We did get 3 Amazonas Princess. Only 1 Channeler, which is, you know. We can take a look and see at what we can build. I think we have like options, of course. This episode, I am not entirely sure what we're going to be doing, but I do think we're going to have some fun. let's get to the deck builder.
Okay guys, so now we're on to the last pack. Let's see what we get here. So we have the Joker's Wild, not bad, Thunderball, Ancient Lamp, Machina Gear Frame, Go for the Lightning, okay, Fighting Spirit, Iron Knight, Harpy Lady, number 1. Okay, now for the rare. Is there anything in particular that I need right now? Nothing really comes to mind, so let's see what we got here. And last one, okay. Ooh, okay, Dark Renewal, not bad. All right, so taking a look at this, not much I can say, guys. This is an insane opening. Mother Reborn and 2 Quakings is absolutely absurd. The one thing I will say is that unfortunately we did not get the Bowers Knight or the Joker's Knight, so that is very unfortunate, especially for those 2 decks that they kind of want to see those cards just to make their explosive plays work better. But it's not the worst either, just because of the fact that we have a lot of ways to make this deck still work. With the fact that we got the Arcana Triumph Joker, I feel like we need to try something with this. So with that being said, guys, super excited for today's deck, and you know what? Let's get into it.
Okay, so we got the deck profile here now, and today we're going to be playing some Amazonas. And so we have a couple cool things going on here. I've looked at a couple of deck profiles online on Amazonas. I did see that they're playing the new skill that we got this episode, but what is it, Battle City Besties or something like that. That's a pretty good skill. I wanted to hone in a little bit on the Twisted Personality because we've only seen it once, and one way you're able to use it is using the Giant Rat, and then that comes with the Giant Rat Toolbox, which includes the Neo-Spacian Grand Mole, which we have access to. We did get Exiled Force, and that's something that we're able to do as well, but we decided to go for just the more, we're going to be leaning pretty heavy into the Rat, so why not just go all in. But the Rat can also get out the Amazonas Princess. This triggers on normal summon and special summon off the Giant Rat. We're not able to equip the Amazonas Heirloom that we searched using it, but we get it to our hand for next turn. We have the Amazonas Princess, and then when this triggers during battle or anything like that, you're able to get out Amazonas Queen from deck, so solid. So that's the mindset there pretty much. Another way we're able to use the Twisted Personality is using the Volcanic Shell. So what you do is you pitch it off the Amazonas Princess, so you're able to special summon the Amazonas Queen. While this is in graveyard the next turn, you are able to just keep cycling through these, adding them to hand to keep triggering Amazonas Princess's effect to get multiple queens or whatever have you. And then other than that, we are running a fair bit of traps here, and then let's get into that. So we're going to be running Canadia since we're running a fair bit of traps, and we need to be able to protect our princess, even though the Amazonas Queen will do that pretty well. It is nice to have a couple of draining shields because this may take a couple times for setup. Also, the reason why we're running draining shields is because we're going to be paying a lot of life points for the Twisted Personality, which the Giant Rat and the Volcanic Shell will be making us go pretty low. So draining shields are going to be coming in clutch there, as well as the Rainbow Life. So this is also actually pitched for cost, so we could pitch a Volcanic Shell in our hand. So that's also pretty cool. Then to cycle out all of our searchers and our deck pieces, because this deck's pretty fast, goes through pretty quickly. Jar of Avarice is for that reason as well. So we have Canadia here as sort of our Book of Moon, essentially, and that's why we're running Dust Tornado for back removal, as well as the Cyclone. But the 2 Dust Tornado adds another 2 traps for us to trigger, so we're able to get our Canadias back on field. Yeah, that's pretty much the main deck here. I think I went over everything. And then for the side deck, we're running Waken the Dragon for going first. And then going second, for more pressure, we have Cyber Dragons. And that's pretty much the deck. Hopefully we do well today, and I'm pretty excited.
Alright then guys, so here we have today's deck, and yeah, this is probably not what you were expecting just because I was really talking up a Face Knight archetype, but after trying it out a few times and doing a few test hands, man, I could not get that deck to work without the addition of a Joker's Knight and or a Bowers Knight. The deck struggles way too much, and I would have loved to have tried to bring it in, but it was not going to work out. So instead, we ended up going with this. And if you are unfamiliar with this, this is essentially a Red Eyes Turbo strategy that uses one of the best skills to release in a while with Battle City Bestie. So with that being said, let's go and break it down. So essentially the point of this deck is going to be to either bring out our guild-free Red Eyes Iron Knight and or Red Eyes Black Dragon as fast as possible via the help of something like Red Eyes Baby Dragon. And in order to get access to Baby Dragon, we have 3 copies of him in addition with a Witch of the Black Forest, which is able to search it. And why this is so important is because whenever Red Eyes Baby Dragon gets destroyed, it's able to special summon out the Red Eyes Black Dragon or the guild-free. And guild-free in particular is very important to take note, just because guild-free has this amazing ability where it's able to pop back row whenever it has a card attached to him. So that's going to be either the Black Metal Dragon or the Red Eyes Baby Dragon when it gets destroyed. Additionally, we are also playing the Blast with Chain to pair up with Guild-Free, which is just devastating. So I feel like this combo alone should be more than enough to deal with whatever bear ends up bringing in. Additionally, we do have the flexibility to go into the Red Eyes Black Dragon as extra damage, which should be quite relevant, I hope. Another reason we are playing the Red Eyes Black Dragon and 2 at that point is because we have the Champion's Vigilance in this deck as an Omni Negate, and that should be pretty difficult for any deck to out. So that's hopefully the idea behind it. Besides that, we have a bunch of really good support cards like the DD Warrior Lady to pair up with the Rhoda, which can search out the guild-free. You have the swords as ways to go ahead and stall out for turns for whatever card we need. The Quaking Mirror Force, Sakuretsu Armor, Whisper Rune. All of this to go ahead and have some form of dealing with bigger monsters bear may have. But as a whole, really excited for this one. I feel like Battle City Bestie is going to get hit, so I might as well use it now. And yeah, as a whole, I'm excited for this deck. I'll see you at the duels. All right, Bear, how we doing today, buddy? That was a bit of a hesitant groan.
Scared.
Scared?
I'm doing new things. I don't like it. Just let me play Gaia for the 80th time.
Honestly, no, dude, I'm excited for this one. So I have a bit of a interesting one today, just because it's technically a deck that's been playable for a little bit now, but there's some new stuff that came out in this set that makes it a lot more playable. So I'm excited to go ahead and give this deck a try. How about you? How are things on your side? You said you were working on something new?
So this is also a deck that was playable.
Yeah.
But received some newer support in this set that I'm going to be utilizing.
Okay.
And it goes around 1 card. We always know how that goes when I play a deck that is based around 1 card.
Yeah.
But it has a support engine that can somewhat hold up its own. We'll see. I don't know. It's new. I'm scared, but
I'm curious now. So yeah, let's ready up and let's get this going then.
All right. I don't think it matters if I win this or not.
Oh, okay. So are you kind of like indifferent on going first or second?
Yeah, I don't know which one's better.
Interesting. Okay. I think I'm gonna go first. This might be a mistake, but I'll go first.
What the fuck? I was just saying that. Oh my god. Whatever.
Twisted personality. Oh, you deviant creature, you. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that for now. Go ahead.
Man, fuck your bitch ass card, man. All right. You ready to see what it is?
All right, let's see it. What do you got cooking over there?
We will be cooking with Amazonas.
Oh my god. Okay. You got the princess? Oh, wait. I don't want that.
I got 3 of these hoes.
3?
I did.
Okay.
We will be setting a couple back rows. And we'll go battle.
Oh, man. Okay.
Trigger. Since you were kind of hesitant to do a lot, we're actually going to, and it doesn't look like this is going to be a long grind game, we're actually going to pitch the Char of Avarice.
Oh.
And special summon the Queen.
Yeah.
Oh! That's a rough banish. Wow.
Yeah, it's the fact that you had to equip it with that specifically that is kind of annoying me right now. Okay.
Wow. That's rough. I'm sorry, dude.
Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, well, kinda have to. Okay.
We're gonna normal summon out this Grand Mole.
Oh my god, okay.
Swing in with this.
Holy shit!
Grand Mole. I forgot to put the fucking queen in it.
That is okay for me. Oh my god. This is worst case scenario right now. What the fuck is going on?
We are going to get rid of Draining Shield. Summon out another queen.
Oh my god, of course. What the fuck is going on?
A little bit of a board.
Yeah, you don't say.
Maybe I should have put United We Stand in here. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you should shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay. A little too fucking late for this one now.
Princess is very good, by the way.
Oh, I know. I know.
I read it and was like, yes, build now. You can get rid of Princess if you want. I don't really need her that much anymore.
Shut up. God damn it. It's that fucking heirloom that's doing it for me right now. How do I play around this one?
You don't got the background removal?
What's that? Not right now.
You got the background removal?
I technically do. It's just like, oh god, I would have been so much better placed if my Red Eyes Baby Dragon resolved earlier. Okay. I feel like there's a play I can do, but I'm just not seeing it right now. No, that doesn't do it. All right. I'm gonna normal summon out Gyokuri, the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Of course, your monster is bigger than mine. Even the defense. Okay, whatever.
Sure.
Oh, of course, well equipped it. Damn. Yeah, no, you had it all. God damn.
Yeah. Take it.
Okay, well, Duel 2 then. Okay, I'm going first again. I cannot let you set up, unfortunately.
I didn't even get to finish putting all the cards in the deck.
Good, you don't deserve to.
Well, that's exciting. Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna activate Rhoda.
Rhoda.
Rhoda, pick up a DD Warrior Lady.
Yeah.
And then with that, gonna go ahead and...
DD Warrior Lady.
Alright, your go.
Thank you, my goat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are going to set 1,
Yeah.
set 2, and then we're gonna normal summon Grand Mole.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
We'll try to swing.
Sure.
Okay. And then I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and... Well, normal summon Red Eyes Baby Dragon.
Okay.
You have a response?
I do. I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Then I'm going to... I want to swing so bad, but I shouldn't.
This says destroy by battle, huh?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm gonna pass it over to you. Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna pop that one.
You sure? Why not?
Funny. How much defense did the Red Eyes have?
700.
700?
Yeah.
Okay. Keeps working, it keeps working. I'm not gonna destroy it by battle though.
Okay. In that case, let's go ahead. It's normal summon him out, actually. Let's see. What are we hitting for? Or are we hitting for anything? No, we're not hitting for anything. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, my goat.
Did you see that? I get to draw a card because you did something on my turn.
That's fun, huh?
Yeah, that's my
silly.
yeah. It's the effect of my skill. It's a pretty good one. It's a top meta skill right now.
That was one I was considering playing.
Battle City Besties. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, okay. That is an interesting play you're doing there. So you're fueling up your counters on this. Okay. Interesting. You're going through all of them. Okay, I see. Okay.
You can kind of see where.
Yeah, I definitely see what you mean.
Yeah.
And then you set up the queen so she can't be destroyed. Oh, you're playing the shell. That's the card you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps with the burn too.
It does. Okay.
And unfortunately, that's gonna do it. Probably should have put the Canadian away, but that's okay. You'll destroy probably the Canadian during my turn. No point in doing it now. Yeah, and we'll just end the turn.
Okay. Well, now I know I should be careful with what I do. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Summon that. Whip. Okay, let's do some gamer moves right now. So we're gonna begin by activating Black Metal Dragon on my Gilfrey. Then
He's a beefy boy.
he is a beefy boy now. After that, we're gonna go ahead and actually I don't mind that at all. We can do there's those. We're then gonna normal summon out Radice Baby Dragon. Okay. We're gonna enter battle now. And we're gonna go
Crash
ahead and
into Canada.
wait, did I misread this? I misread that. I am dumb. I am really dumb actually.
You're all good. You're all good. I probably would have did the same thing last duel. So
Yeah.
you're all good.
Okay. In that case,
You could use the blue red eyes to crash into Canada.
I was thinking that, but I don't want you to have multiple Amazonist monsters. So, because if I do that, I give you access to another one.
Oh, I guess if you're worried about like Grand Mole too is another way.
Yeah. Okay. And that too. Okay. We'll pass on that then.
Okay. Not bad, my goat. Okay.
I should have just attacked into the other one to get more count. It doesn't tell me. Oh yeah, 3 can't wait. Yeah, 3 counters on it, so you can pop a monster.
We will.
And give me a
Get the red
full.
eyes effect.
Add that to hand.
Fish shell.
Mm-hmm. Replenishing those counters.
Manga. Give me a little set to
Mm-hmm. Yep.
activate this, put it on this,
Mm-hmm.
flip this over, attempt to go battle. I think I'm gonna be able to trigger this one's effect. At least I get to banish it. I think the safer option is probably queen first. Unless I'm reading
Okay.
about that. Sure. Send that to the grave. Reset the attack. Oh, it's in defense. That's
Yeah, this one's in defense mode.
Yeah. Lucky. Alright. Doesn't attack though, it's kind of clean. But yeah, that's it. I tried to cook here. I don't know if I did okay, but I tried.
Yeah. Okay. It says you have a play right now? No? Yes? Maybe?
Thinking.
Thinking, okay.
Yeah.
Thinking, but nah. Okay. Alright, let's see. What can we do here? So, that's kind of funny. How do I go about this? Okay. I've had some fairly unfortunate hands so far. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. My first hand was not great until I drew one rat, and then the entire thing started to get rolling.
Okay. God, and you have multiple princesses, which is the worst.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna activate Reborn.
Ooh, my
Yep.
boy has one himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just fine.
I'm gonna get your own queen.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and summon out DD Warrior Lady.
I need to make sure I think on this one correct.
Okay. Okay.
I think
No.
I figured it out.
Okay. We'll set one and we'll enter battle. Okay. Okay, how do I do this? Do that.
You do War Lady into Amazoness Queen into Princess.
That is the play that I'm thinking right now, yeah. Yeah, I guess I do it and try and benefit, or I just accept that I am cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have battle traps. I know you have battle traps. There's no way you don't have battle traps.
I don't know what you're talking about. Quite literally never heard of that before.
Oh my god. I can't even play risky right now, I feel like. But if I play too defensive, I could get cooked.
I mean, I'm thinking... Okay, I didn't even think of what I can do during my turn yet. I don't...
You know what? Doing it. Okay. DD Warrior Lady attack.
You're gonna
Okay.
be an idiot at that.
Okay. I see. Still isn't great, but this could be worse. Yeah, and I don't even want to attack just because I don't want Twisted Personality to get any more counters. Okay. Your turn.
Alright.
That would have been nice. Okay. So what are you thinking right now?
Thinking...
I feel like this is the most thinking you've done in a duel.
Oh, dude, I have to think so much. Oh, what the fuck.
Okay.
I made a misplay earlier.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's okay. Yes, that works out fine. Okay. Now that that's there, do this.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. Defense, fuck. Whatever. Dumbass, whatever. Clicked really early. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Whew. Alright then. Let's go ahead and switch her up to attack. Go ahead and...
Best duel yet.
It's a stressful one, I'll say that. This thing's so dead in hand. I'm gonna go ahead and normal summon out Gilfrey the Red Ice Iron Knight now. Is that one? Yeah. Is that another one? Okay. Now I'm thinking. Okay. So you probably only had one jar of Avarice, if I had to assume. I don't think you would play multiple of those. So banishing Princess isn't that big of a deal. So what I'm thinking now is I want to go ahead and... How many counters does this thing have? 2 still. God damn it. So annoying.
I might have put an attack for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna enter battle. So I'm gonna go ahead and...
Did you Warrior Lady into the Amazoness? And
Yeah.
then the rest, yeah.
It's gonna stay.
Not banishing. Oh.
Not banishing, yeah. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Because it's not like it's super crucial because you can circulate through them anyways. But now my play, I have to think, do I want to clear up another spot for you or not? That's the question.
You just swing into the attack one.
No, fuck no. That's the last thing I'm doing.
That's it.
That is the last thing I'm doing. Okay, so I know you have ways. You're gonna get that counter regardless, actually.
Put all 3 rats back.
That's not what I was thinking.
Well, if you're thinking of ways I can get the counters, I can get them going again.
Yeah. I know that for sure. Ugh. God, Topsy personality is so annoying. Do not like that skill at all.
I think it's okay.
Oh, I don't. I really don't. I hate that skill. I don't want to feed into your counters either. Okay, so the play is you can normal summon Amazoness Princess, and Princess can bring back that stupid queen. Yeah, okay, we'll just... I don't want to deal with queen again right now.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay,
Let's hope that guy's not live.
Oh, okay. Granmole. That is an interesting card.
I think you know what I'm going for.
Yeah, I know. Okay. The fuck? Okay. Set that. We'll set that. Can these be tributed off?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. Okay. I cannot give you counters. So we'll destroy the defense one.
That most likely means that you have a battle trap.
Bro, this is only Duel 2 right now.
Set 1.
Interesting.
Set 2. Set 3. Off 2.
Okay. Bro, please just put that thing in defense mode.
No.
Okay. We're gonna go normal summon out Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon into him. You're not gonna take any damage from this.
You are correct.
Okay. Ah! Okay. We'll destroy the defense monster. Well, that wasn't a good one to attack into. Okay.
Take full beating. I think I can, so now I can kind of risk it. We're gonna risk it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna activate Widespread Ruin. Okay. We'll set that and... Okay, let's see. Are those real back rows or not? Heal free.
I'm
Okay.
gonna let that go through.
The way you said that. Okay. DD Warrior Lady. We're doing reverse gores. Okay. That's funny. Alright, well, don't want to give you any more life points, so yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Trap. I'm not a dumbass. Doesn't matter, I still have to do something.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How does that work with Princess? Okay. Oh my god. My lord, dude. I had to maneuver my way through that one. Okay. Okay, that does nothing. That does. Okay. Ooh. I'm running out of monsters. Let me see. So if I do that, no, that doesn't do enough. No counters. Okay. Yeah, I gotta put you on the back foot, I think. I'm gonna activate equipping it onto him. Don't activate effect. Enter battle. Attack. Alright, go in for damage. Okay.
Did not know the blast jam was a double pop.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's a singular pop, but with the effect of Guild-Free, it's a double pop.
Yeah,
It's
I
a very
probably would have won this. I would have won this game if that didn't happen, probably.
Oh my god, I am just glad that I'm not gonna get 2-0'd. You know, that's literally...
Yeah.
I'm having to do my ass off just to survive.
What I could have did was Jar of Avarice, put the Amazon Queen that you would have took back, so you wouldn't have had that big wall for a while.
Yeah.
Which would have been good, but I
mean,
wasn't expect. I forgot that Monster Reborn's both graveyards.
If you want to scoop it up and go to game 3, I'm cool with that too.
Trying to see if there's a way I can get you to deck out. Install enough without dying.
Yeah, because if you have a back row, I can still pop it right now, just so you know. So it doesn't matter.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
Ooh, oh my god, okay, Duel 3. Holy shit, this is gonna be the most intense episode yet, I feel. Oh man, it's game 3, so who's going where? Okay, I'm going first. Interesting. How do I want to go about this one? Set 1, set 2, and that's good. That's a pretty good one. Not bad either. Have I mentioned how much I fucking hate you? Because I really do.
Yeah. Had a pretty good hand.
Yeah, you don't say.
Immediately knew what to do.
Yeah, you don't say. Yeah. Fucking heirloom.
So I'm able to put a little bit more pressure, which is nice. That didn't pop the...
Highest attack position monster.
Isn't that Amazoness Queen?
Attack position.
Or is that the attack position? Gotcha. So the Amazoness Queen there actually did save my ass. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god! Why is heirloom gonna be so annoying?
How do you feel? How do you think I felt the first episode? That duel still lasted forever with my shit ass deck.
How the fuck do I? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Activate swords.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Go for it.
That's annoying. Alright.
Yeah.
What sword's at? What's the limitation at?
I think in in SpeedDuel they haven't released a ban list in fucking what feels like forever, so it has not been hit. But this is definitely one of those cards that should get hit.
What do you think I should go to?
Honestly,
2?
probably 3 or 2, just so I can compete with the other cards in that rarity. Let's see. I have a play. The question is, how do I want to go about this play? I didn't pay attention to something quite important actually. Okay, I think I have to do this. All right, we're gonna go ahead and normal summon out Guild-Free. Okay. And then we'll just add to the hand. We got another baby.
Hmm?
It had to be Canadian of all cards. Alright, here we go.
Think you wanna go?
Mm-hmm. Another one? Okay. Annoying little shits.
Interesting. I couldn't add the other one.
You had another one?
I have 2 heirloom. I was wanting to add the other one, but it didn't let me.
Interesting.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. But whatever. I don't know why. Why wouldn't it let me?
Did you side one out, possibly? Do you have the other one set?
No.
Is it in hand?
No, it's in deck. That's annoying. Whatever. I wouldn't have done that if that was the case, but because I put myself in a compromising position. But sure, that's fine. Whatever. I would have held on to that. That's what I was doing.
Okay, interesting. Really not able to do anything yet with that fucking queen on field. Pass it over to you.
Thanks, Scope. Just in case that's blast. Soccer.
It's a good one.
Indeed it is.
It's a fucking tense ass duel.
Probably should have put queen in attack, but whatever. I'm sure you have the blast now.
Yep, you called it.
So, destroy 1 spell trap.
Mm-hmm.
So you're only getting 1 spell pop right now?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Are you what the fuck? Let me click which monster. It's not letting me.
What
It's
the
like
fuck?
actually stuck. Okay, there we go. And then I take 400. Nice. Okay. Enter.
Okay. Saku. Okay, I'm glad to get rid of that. Okay. Let's go ahead. Is that? I still need to deal with that fucking queen though, which is annoying. Okay. Hold on. How much damage can I get here actually? I might actually...
2,400.
I feel like I might be able to cheese you here. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and crash Baby Dragon into Canada. Effect. We're gonna summon out
Just on red eyes.
Red Ace Black Dragon.
2,700.
Baby Dragon into Princess. Effect. Red Ace Black Dragon.
Playing multiples. Good.
Yep. Okay, so
So that is 1,500, 1,500.
3k. That's game.
That's annoying. Whatever.
Holy shit. I had to find like a fairly scummy way of doing it, but dude, this was a really good deck you built. I can't take that away from you. I had to get creative
I
here.
doubt it.
No, dude, genuinely, this was a tough one. Man, good shit. I'm genuinely impressed with you. This was really good.
Thanks, my go. Obviously, I still lost, though.
But genuinely, man, like,
Alright.
your ability to deck build has increased so much like throughout the whole series. I can't underplay that whatsoever. So I am actually really curious to see what you ended up building, the ratios you chose, and all that. I am so interested right now. All right, my friend, you are on screen now.
So we decided to do Twisted Personalities, Earth Toolbox, Amazoness.
Yeah.
And so the first I guess thing to go over is probably the Amazoness cards. So we have the 2 queen targets,
Yeah.
the 3 princess, the 2 heirloom, and that's it. That's it for the entire Amazoness package.
So I have a question on this. Did you not get any copies of Amazoness Onslaught?
No.
No. Okay, that's unfortunate. I did get a copy of that card, but no princesses, no Amazoness calls, none of that. So I could not play this deck. But
yeah, didn't get a call. I would have played call, but it is what it is. Didn't get it. Next is the Earth Toolbox, which works well with
yeah, it really does.
Personalities. But yeah, we use the Giant Rat to go into the Amazoness Princess, trigger the Amazoness Princess effect, get an heirloom, and hopefully get out a queen. And then, since this is a very turbo fast strategy, maybe a second Jar of Avarice would have been good. Maybe, especially in that second duel. But honestly, I was pretty happy with the results of the duels. I do wish that, like, maybe I could have played around some things. I didn't understand your deck that well.
Okay.
But yeah, this deck's built around Amazon's Princess for a reason. It's one of the better cards, probably. I would assume it just gives you a lot of value for just one card.
So a quick comment on that. So the Amazoness deck is actually really playable in speed duels. Last time I checked, it's one of the top decks that plays it with Battle City Bestie, the skill that I'm using. And essentially the deck would just turbo out cards like Onslaught with the Princess, and then just have insane amount of advantage, get to draw so many cards when your opponent activates battle traps. And the fact is, the deck is very oppressive, really unfun to play against. And you pretty much built like a weird variant of that deck that utilizes Twisted Personality, which I thought was really creative, being able to pair it up with the volcanic shells in order to have to put pause on me to be like, okay, hold on, how do I want to rearrange this? Where I was afraid to attack into you just for the very fact that I didn't want you ripping cards out of my hand, I didn't want you destroying monsters on my field, and you're able to do that so effectively. And the fact that you're able to recover your life points afterwards, thanks to the effect of like Rainbow Life and or Draining Shield, it makes it really annoying to play against you. So I gotta give kudos where kudos are due, man. The Rat going into Princess is really good just because you still get the effect. You get a little bit of burn damage. It's just, I think it's really, really well put together.
Thank you, Marco. I do think another reason why I lost is because I wasn't respecting your skill a lot. And I'm playing a lot of traps, but it counters that a lot too.
Yeah. No, 100%. I do think that was that did play a little bit of a role there. Genuinely, this is really good. I think this is a really strong deck. This is the best deck you've brought so far. It is genuinely really good. Congrats.
Thank you, Marco. Appreciate it.
All right, so here is what I ended up rolling up with. So it's essentially like Red Eyes Turbo. I did consider playing a more fun variant where I played it with the Red Eyes Darkness skill, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that this late into the series, so I went with the better version of it. Yeah, so the whole deck revolves around the Gilfrey himself, and by extent Baby Dragon, just because Baby Dragon can go into Gilfrey or Red Eyes Black Dragon. But essentially I'm trying to utilize the Gilfrey to disrupt your board, whether it be by using my Black Metal Dragons to boost them up to be really hard to out, or activating cards like Blast with Chain to get double pops. And the deck is should be fairly consistent at being able to do that, being able to recover my Gilfrey off the effect of Rhoda or the effect of Baby Dragon, being able to activate the effect of Gilfrey to pop back row via the effect of Black Metal or the effect of Blast with Chain. One thing that I did notice throughout my duels with you is that I got really awkward hands where I wouldn't get enough like back row disruption against you, and it was very monster heavy, which made it very difficult to play against you. One thing you'll notice is I have a Champion's Vigilance here, which pairs really nice with the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Give me an Omni Negate, which is kind of crazy.
I have one of those as well, yeah. I was thinking about building Blue Eyes and putting that in.
Yeah, and the side deck, we have back row. Yeah, Hammer Shot, Dust Tornado, Waking Dragons for my extra deck. And I have a pretty good ensemble of monsters for the extra deck here.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm just happy I got to showcase this deck. It's a really good one. I genuinely thought I was gonna get 2-0 there. I'm not gonna lie. After Duel 1, I'm like, oh man, I'm so fucked here. But I'm like, I find a way to crawl my way back into it. Like,
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with that skill, and I actually,
Yeah.
if you want to go straight into the ban list, I want to talk about the skill.
Okay, yeah. Before we move into the new stuff going into it, is there anything in the current ban list that you think should be removed?
Let's see.
You alluded to Canadia.
Yeah, especially if that fucking skill's in the game. Yeah, I would say unlimit Canadia, but we can get into it a little bit. For now, I think some depend on some things, but
Okay.
for the most part, I think that nobody's playing Nightmare Wheel. I know it's like a burn card, and we unlimited the Zoma, so it's scary. I don't know. I don't know if it's as good as the other cards in the 1 slot. Same goes with Ladybug. I think it's just Wall, Warrior Lady, Typhoon, and Twisted Personalities. Those are all like hell of like a good card.
So here's my my trade then. If you want to go ahead and remove Nightmare Wheel. Nightmare Wheel and Zoma are cards that have been at limited 1 forever, just so they don't get played together. Just because they are extremely unfun to play against and just a nightmare to deal with. And especially if you have them in multiples. Just because we have such depleted life points to begin with, it feels really unfair to play against.
Yeah.
So my trade offer for being able to have both of them be unlimited, that's kind of a crazy one, but I'll give it a go for the last episode. So if we're going to remove it off the list, then I think that Galaxy Cyclone should be removed off the list, just for the very fact that you should have ways to play around this that isn't just Dust Tornado.
If you want to, how about we include Night Beam in that list as well then?
To be removed?
Remove Night Beam and Cyclone, yeah.
Okay. So final, there's one more card that I wanted to talk about to remove off the list.
Okay.
Allure Darkness. We can get it off the limit 3 list, I think. Yes. It hasn't done anything in forever now.
Yeah.
So Allure, Galaxy Cyclone, Night Beam, and Nightmare Wheel all off the list.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now for the new stuff. What I was gonna say is I feel like Battle City Bestie, if it were to get hit, it would get hit to 1.
You want to hear my opinion on it?
You're gonna say banned.
Yeah.
You know what?
It just I don't like it because it prohibits interaction.
Yeah, and I would agree. It is an extremely unfun and unfair skill. It feels like almost the likes of like a My Precious Queen. So what I'll say is I will cave and I'll say yeah, it's okay. We can ban it. Let's see.
If you want to ban Twisted Personalities, you can do that too if you want.
No, I want to. Ooh, what I would do? Fuck that skill. But no, it can stay at 1.
I'll be fair.
Aside from that, there's some new cards in the format right now that are a little rough. Reborn and Quaking are the ones that come to mind immediately. Did you want to address those?
This is my opinion. I was thinking both of them to 1. Okay. I don't know if that's too hard or too harsh. Up to you.
I'm not honestly against that idea too hard, but what I would say is Reborn to 1 and Quaking to 3. I feel like all those like deal with monsters super heavily kind of cards kind of belong together, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'll say okay. Quaking to 1, Monster Reborn to 3.
Okay, how about this? Quaking to 2, Reborn to 1.
How about Quaking both at 2?
Both at 2? Okay, yeah, fine, both at 2. And that's how you negotiate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was like, we're both, because I have 2 Monster Reborns, you have 2 Quaking.
That is like so funny.
I know.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else that you want to go ahead and hit?
Actually, maybe one card I would consider putting to 3.
Yeah.
Is Foolish Burial.
Putting it to 3.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. Do you think it interferes too much with some of your cards you want to play?
Yeah, it interferes with Monster Reborn.
I hate you. Oh my god, you little rat. Okay, fine. We can move Foolish Burial to 3. Let's see. Aside from that, I'm okay with where we're at. Did you want to hit my deck in particular?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's a good deck. I think it's fine. I think the same probably goes for what I'm playing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Hell yeah. All right. Okay, guys. And yeah, this is crazy to say, but next episode is going to be the final episode of the SpeedDuel Progression Series. which is pretty wild. It's been a really cool, last few episodes with Bear. I've had a great time with him. Bear, has this opened up your eyes to SpeedDuel being kind of cool? What's been your opinion so far of the series?
I think because my understanding is TCG,
Yeah,
and like I would say everything from like I understand older formats for the most part, and this brings in some newer cards, so it's interesting to see how they interact for the most part, which is cool. Especially with the introduction of skills. I like skills too. I would say I am not a fan of No Main Phase 2 because it actually hinders some unique strategies that SpeedDuels could possibly introduce that would use something like a main phase 2.
Yeah.
But I understand they want to be very emphasis on battle, and that is one of the ways
that is what it is.
Yeah, I like SpeedDuels. Is it my favorite format? No, it's not. I'm sorry, but
No,
but it is good. I do think it is good. I like that it's a different way to play the game, and hopefully the more I play it, the more I like it a little bit more. And I think especially if I'm able to play it slightly more constructed. I like building decks deconstructed and having a harder time building decks because it allows you to get those neurons activating and seeing what's good.
Yeah.
But it is I would argue SpeedDuels is super different with the introduction of skills
with
and
skills,
the new cards, with the new cards mixed in with the old cards, to where sometimes whenever I'm playing decks, I'm thinking back like I'm playing like GOAT or something.
Yeah, no, it is a very challenging format, especially if you're like dead set in like TCG format. But yeah, no, but really cool, man. All right, guys, and yeah, with that's gonna conclude another episode of the SpeedDuel Progression Series. If you guys did end up enjoying today's video and would like to support the channel, then I would really appreciate you leave a like and subscribe. But yeah, with that, we'll catch you on the next one. See you guys.
I think they should put in like a main phase 3, honestly.